Hello everyone, in this video you are going to learn what can trigger the IG action block, different types of action block, how to avoid action blocks on Instagram, and finally my action limit recommendation.
Every day I'm hustling, every day.
If you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Adam and I've been making money online since 2010.
But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things? Knowledge.
If you want to learn more about Instagram marketing and online marketing in general, make sure to subscribe, because on this channel I'm going to reveal everything that I've learned in the past 9 years completely free.
Knowledge. It's again about the knowledge.
Lately I've started promoting my videos a bit on Reddit and Quora, and I've seen a lot of people complaining about action blocks and not being able to like, comment, follow or unfollow. I was working on a video about hashtags and I wanted to publish that first, but since I also got a lot of DMs from you guys asking how to avoid action blocks, I've decided to address this issue first, and in a few days I'm also going to publish a video about how to fix the action block, and once I do I will leave a link down in the description. I also want to mention that on the account that I'm growing in my 0 to 10k series, I haven't experienced any action blocks, so you might want to check that out to see if you are doing something different than me. You are probably aware that since June 2019, Instagram really started to tighten their rules to prevent people from botting and spamming on their app. Since I'm a member of a private Skype group dedicated to IG marketing, me and my friends from this group did some extensive testing to see what triggers the action block right now, and what are the things that can be done to decrease the chance or completely avoid action blocks. So let's first start with what are the things that trigger the action block and what are the things that you can do to prevent it from happening. Action block is usually triggered by the amount of actions you've been doing per hour or per day on your account. Now the limit is quite different, and so far we figured out it depends on a lot of different things. So let's go over these triggers first. First thing is the account age. The more age your account has, the more actions you will be able to perform. We've seen a big increase in daily actions after the account reaches 1 month, 3 months and 12 months of age. Second thing is account authority in terms of followers, total engagement rate and the amount of posts. The more followers and engagement your account has, the more actions you will be able to perform. 1 month old account with, let's say, 5k followers is usually able to perform more actions than 1 month old account with 500 followers. Also, you need to have several posts. We figured out that accounts with only 1 or 2 posts have much greater chance to receive the action block. The third thing is the IP address. We have noticed that the accounts that use 4G network while performing actions have the ability to do much more actions than the accounts that are on home network. It also seems that the total amount of accounts running from the same IP, especially if it's a home network, has an effect on daily action limit. The fourth thing are previous violations. If the account had previous action blocks, your action limit decreases, and we are not sure for how long the account stays flagged from previous violations. But we've also noticed that violations on one account affect other accounts that are being run on the same device or the IP address. The fifth thing is use of third-party apps and tools. I've mentioned this before. The use of third-party apps, tools and bots is easily detectable by Instagram now and can seriously decrease your daily action limit. And not only that, it can also be a sole cause of your action blocks. The sixth thing is link in bio. Accounts with a link in bio usually have lower action limit than the accounts without. The trigger number 7 is the overall account health score. I will make another video on what affects the health score, but obviously the lower the health score is, the lower your daily action limit is. Number 8, the type of actions you are performing. Not all actions carry the same amount of weight. DMs and comments have the most weight. After that, follows, then unfollows, and at the end, likes. You probably know this already, but you can perform more likes per day or per hour than sending DMs, commenting, and following. Another thing that increases the chance of getting the action block is if you are performing the same type of action over and over again without mixing things up. So if you are following every day without liking, commenting, or sending DMs, you will more likely trigger the action block. Number 9 is the type of account. It seems that business and creator accounts are much less likely to get hit with the action block than personal accounts of the same age and authority. Also, the accounts that are linked to a Facebook page have less chance to get hit with the action block than accounts that are not linked. And finally, business and creator accounts that have spent money on ads have the lowest chance to trigger the action block. I'm wondering why. And finally, number 10, your activity level. It also seems that the Instagram is tracking your activity levels and the time you spent in the app browse. If you, let's say, open the app every 2 hours and only open it for 1 minute to follow a certain amount of people, then close it, your action limit decreases dramatically. There is one more trigger which I'm going to call a random factor. I'm really not sure what this is, if it's something we've missed or Instagram really does this randomly in order to try to hide how their algorithm works and the exact amount of actions you are able to perform per hour or per day. But this is definitely something that I've noticed before, and it's not only related to the action limit but to other things as well, such as ranking in hashtags, ranking IGTV videos, and also ranking stories in the explore feed or for hashtags. This wouldn't really surprise me, since I know Google actually has the same thing in their algorithm, which is called random ranking factor, and it really does make sense, since if you add some sort of randomness, it gets much harder to manipulate the algorithm. While we were testing, we've also noticed that there are 3 types of action blocks. Temporary action block, this one is the most common and it usually expires within the several hours up to 24 hours. Action block with expiration date, this one has a timestamp where it says when it actually is going to expire. And the worst one, the third one, action block without the expiration date. These ones don't have the expiration date and can last from several hours to 2 whole weeks. I also want to mention that the Instagram AI sometimes makes a mistake and falsely flags users. If you are just a regular user and you are 100% sure that you did nothing wrong, you should report the problem to Instagram and they will most likely fix it for you. Now let's talk about the things you can do to avoid the action block. Now that you know what triggers the action block, it's pretty easy to figure out what you can do to avoid it. First of all, avoid any bots, third-party apps or tools completely. If you've been using some tools or third-party apps before, make sure to remove them and change your account's password. Depending on what kind of tools you've been using, some of them can even perform actions without you even knowing. In my video about the follow and unfollow method, I've mentioned that I've been using a tool that helps me unfollow people. I really haven't had any problems with that tool or with action blocks, but just to be 100% safe, if you are using that tool, stop unfollowing people from within the tool and just write the accounts down that you want to unfollow and then unfollow them from Instagram app. If you haven't watched that video, make sure to check it out if you want to grow your account using follow-unfollow method, because as I've already mentioned, I've been using the follow-unfollow method on my account and I haven't experienced any problems. This method is still 100% safe. Now, as you can see from the triggers, you need to start behaving like a regular user and start mixing your actions up, like commenting, liking, following, and so on, and not just using one type of actions repeatedly. Also, try to avoid repeating the same action in the same amount of time over and over again. Like, for example, don't set your timer to exactly 1 hour where you will open the Instagram and follow exactly 50 people. Just keep things random. You should also spend some time just scrolling and liking the posts in your feed. If you are having problems with action blocks, once your action block is lifted, first stop all actions for a few days, then just lower your hourly and daily actions. If you've been using your home IP and you've been getting action block constantly, just switch to mobile data or switch your home IP. If your account is completely new, just warm it up a bit. Start with really low daily and hourly actions and then increase slowly. I've mentioned that we've noticed a boost in action limit on 1 month and 3 month age mark. Just keep that in mind. While you are growing your account using follow-unfollow method, don't put your link in bio. Also, make a Facebook page and link it with your account. This should increase your action limit. And finally, if you are running several accounts and you've been getting action blocks on some of them, use the different device and the IP address for the rest of your accounts. Now, I can't give you the exact number of actions you should be doing per hour and per day, especially because of that potential random factor. But if your account is completely new, you should start really slow. In the first week, like 2 or 3 follows per hour and up to 20 per day, along with some likes and comments, and you should slowly increase to up to 20 to 30 per hour and up to 150 per day. Then after 1 month you should slowly increase to up to 40 per hour and up to 250 per day. After 3 months, if you are following my other methods, you should stop follow-unfollow completely. But if you still want to keep doing it, you should be able to finally increase to 50 follows per hour. But I still won't recommend going over 300 per day, since there's absolutely no need to do more than that, and it's better to be extra safe. Once again, I advise you to check my other videos and start implementing other strategies which will allow you to grow organically by this point and stop using follow-unfollow completely. I also want to mention that, in my opinion, these action blocks are really great for everyone who's been trying to grow the account right now and make some money on Instagram, because a lot of people who are botting or doing follow-unfollow incorrectly will just give up and go to some other platform, which means much less competition for people who are doing things manually and correctly. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. It really helps with the Google algorithm and only takes 1 second. As I mentioned already, In a few days I'm going to publish a video on how to potentially fix the action block, and I will leave a link down in the description. I wanted to add that to this video as well, but I just didn't have time to edit everything, and I don't want to break my streak of one video per week. Since I was in a hurry to make this video, if I forgot to mention something, I will leave that in the description or in the first comment. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section, and if this helped you and you want to learn more, make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.